Welcome to the Tiger's Den. Sundays on the couch with Toothless Tiger. I am the voice of Cheryl, and of course, I am Toothless Tiger. Glad to be here. I tell you, I've been feeling so um, discombobulated, is a better way to describe it. With the events that have gone on in the past 2 weeks, it leaves me almost speechless. Um, So just bear with me and hang with me, and we're going to get through this as always. I do my personal best to keep my word. Sometimes that's not possible, but the majority of the time, you'll find me doing the best I can to keep my end of a bargain. I have several things I want to speak on tonight, and one is most troubling to me. It doesn't really have a lot to do with me other than the fact that I listen to a lot of us here on YouTube, and one of the things we always say that we have in common is, the love of family, the love of children, and definitely the love of fathers in the lives of our children. And we all, saying that mantra as if, we really mean it. But I found in some instances that our actions don't line up with our words. And so I know that I'm one of those type people that I pretty much have to stand alone anywhere I stand. And we all have to stand on our own 2 feet. Uh, and it's called standing on your square. Whatever you believe to be true, righteous, um, things of value, integral, you have to stand on that no matter what. I want to say salute to all of you beautiful people that are here with me. And that goes to Maria S., L All Smiles, Cookies World Tarot, my producer, Wilma Flagstaff, Majestic Pharaoh, Peep Game. Thank you guys for joining me. I had contemplated and considered changing the times because of the football season, and perhaps that may happen and it may not. Um, I know that we love football, and I'm not here to take it away from anybody or judge anybody, but we all just choose what's important to us, and I can go if I have to miss a few of you. Chase, the real Chase Spank, salute. West Side Rider, salute. I can, afford to lose some of you because I know how important sports are to us. My sister loves sports too, so I can't just say men because she's right in there play by play on all the sports. I'm just not a sports fan, so it's not that I want to disrespect anybody that is. It's just that the mission is really for me more important. Brian Black, salute. But as I was starting off with, my favorite rapper is Mo3, and he's no longer with us. And he has this song, Can I Vent? And, probably I always sound like I'm venting. I don't know what I sound like, but I really do have a vent for this evening. Again, I went back to what's been going on with me for the past 2 weeks. I lost my niece, and she was the first one of our children to pass away, my sisters and brothers' children. And it was most expected but unexpected. You knew she was sick, but you just didn't know how sick. And with her being an adult and having her own family and, my brother's child, sometimes she kept in touch, sometimes she didn't. But I am grateful that my brother was there the day she was born, and he was there the day that she transitioned from this life to the next. So for that, and for him, and for her and her mother, I was truly grateful for that. And then shortly thereafter that, I got cough or something. With this congestive heart failure, I cough all the time anyway. And what was so sad about that is they don't really tell you all of the symptoms. And so if you don't start researching and trying to learn a little something for yourself, people look at you like you crazy after this situation that we had that came up in 19 and 20 and 21. If you cough, shit, people look at you like the plague. So I didn't know why every now and then I would cough. I was scared to go to the doctor because if you go to the doctor and say you cough, they're not going to see you. But I read up on it, and I have a lot of congestion that comes down, and I do a lot of coughing. So I already take medication for those two symptoms. And so I just been taking my medication, but I was feeling weak. And I coughed so much, my whole stomach area was just, I couldn't even laugh. I couldn't cough. It was almost hard to swallow. It hurt so bad. Salute, my nephew, Longhead. And so I just been feeling bad. And what I try to do, because I like supporting the people that I support, I would go sometimes and do what they call the ghost watching. I wouldn't type in because I didn't have the strength or the inclination to speak back to everyone. And so I would just watch and give my likes because, again, I love supporting my guys and the one or two content creators that I support. And then I was looking at something on yesterday, I believe it was, and I got a notification, and it was a notification about self talk. And, we all know of self talk. We all know the integral young man that he is. We all know the father that he is. We know the trouble that he has gone through over the past year. Salute my beautiful niece, Miss Coco BX. Um, we know he's had a few tragic situations, and then he had a beautiful miracle. A baby was born. And, I don't do what they call pocket watching. I don't know what people make. I really don't give a damn. I wish I made some of what they made. That I do wish. But I live with what I have, and I'm content. Uh, as I try to grow more, then I think that the contention will get better because the people will come. When you're growing something organically from the root organ of a mechanism, then it takes time. And right now, time is all we have, or we have none. Time is more or less an illusion. Things are done in the cycles of life. And so I'm just in the cycle of life, and I live it to the best of my ability every day. But what really caused me to want to vent, like I said, 3 is no longer with us, but he left us with some beautiful songs. And that one is Can I Vent? And he's asking for permission. And so I'm asking you guys for permission to vent just a little bit on what I've seen. Self Talk put out a video. He was in a hit and run accident, and it totaled his car. And salute Marvin Smith. And he asked if we could help him. And I'm sure, nobody's going to buy him a car. And I don't think that that's what he asked of anybody. He just asked if we could help him. I saw when I first looked at it, it was about 14 comments. 14 comments, but 3 donors. And y'all, I'm really kind of sorry, and I'm not sorry. We are always praying. But we've been preyed on our whole fucking life. And that's Preyed, preyed upon. And all we do is pray, Pray. And that really hurt my feelings that 14 people would say, oh, I'm praying for you. Oh, look out. Oh, do this. And y'all can say what y'all want about me. Y'all really can. Because this is truly how I feel. I mean, I honestly feel this pain. And I don't have much. And nobody have to do what I do. But damn if I say I have a need and all you can give me is a prayer. How much do you really care about me and my need? Oh, I forgot this is YouTube. So then you say, oh, you don't care about nobody on YouTube. That's bullshit. I see people sit up and throw away money every night. At least I used to. I don't see it anymore because it serves no purpose in my life anymore. What purpose did it serve then? I don't know. Just because I like the person. And then the person turn on me and lie on me. And now I'm the villain. Oh, but don't talk about it because ain't nobody going to talk about what happened to Toothless. We just going to play like that didn't happen. And it didn't. I'm fine with that. My problem is, how can we say in one breath we support one another? I don't care if we're members to each other's pages. I don't care if we give devoutly every week. I don't care about any of that. Because my thing is, if we're going to be supportive and building up one another, and we're talking about proud dads and fathers in the lives of their children, even with a spouse, do you know a lot of you young men have wives? Do you know how honorable that is? We don't even talk about it. But that's honorable. And we need to know about this kind of thing. We keep talking about there are no men in the homes of the children. Well, a lot of children know there are not men in the homes. But just listening to you guys and hearing you with your babies in the background and seeing your photos of you and your babies, that shit touches and melts my heart. I was a woman who was married to my son's father, but we never lived together as a couple. I left him running 2 weeks before I found out I was pregnant because he was abusive. And when I found out I was pregnant, I told him, but I could not just walk back into that relationship because I'm one of those people. I told you I had 3 fights and lost all 3. And I damn sure know I wasn't going to win no fight against him because those other ones was just girls just like me. That was a grown man. So I was not going to take a chance in running out the damn house and get down the street and figure out I left my baby up there with that nigga. So I decided, no, we won't be back together. Not right now. Some things must change. But we actually have active fathers. You know, they always talking about an active shooter. No, we have active fathers in our babies' lives that get no recognition. And like I said, nobody owes anybody anything. And I found that we as a people spend our money on whatever we choose to. And we have that right. But we're the 5th largest economy when it comes to spending money. And none of it circulates back in our community. And I don't know if he has insurance or not. Not really my concern. But generally, if you have a car, and I don't know how old this car is, but if it's over 10 years old, you can't get, in the state of Texas at least, full coverage. It has to be less than 10 years, and generally it has to have a loan or what they call a lien against it because they only want to satisfy their debt, not yours. In the state of Texas, there is such a thing called uninsured, underinsured, that you can purchase but you have to elect to take it. And if you don't take it, you have to initial not to take it because it costs extra. But if by chance you have that type of insurance, it works in conjunction with or as just like collision and comprehension. I'm not an insurance adjuster. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I just read a lot. I don't give legal advice. I just read a lot and I share what I read. If you have plans on taking any type of legal action, then you seek a legal profession. And I should say a professional. I hope that you went to the doctor, because oftentimes when we walk away from tragic incident like that, we think everything is okay. But I'm here to tell you this evening at 63, I can guarantee you everything is not okay. Maybe okay today, but it's not okay. My body is wreaked with spondylosis of the spine. I have a real bad sciatic nerve issue. I have 3 bulging discs in my lower back. And all of this is from different accidents. And I'm not clumsy by no stretch of the imagination. But things happen to us throughout our lives. But it just really broke my spirit to see everybody talking about how much they love this young man. And there were only 3 donors on the GoFundMe. Only 3. And if you look still, it's only 3. I gave what I had through Cash App. Because I wanted to make sure that it went through. And I knew that was sitting there on Cash App. This man is not begging. He just said he had a need. And if at any chance anyone could help him, please do so. And if that's we loving people who love children and we want it to work, and we sit up here and condemn and condone every other damn thing that we can get involved in, then so be it. That's who we are. I can't expect anybody, I'm told, to live up to any expectation of a decent human being. Not my expectation of you as an individual. That's gone out the window. People have shown me who they are, and they ain't shit. So I understand that part. I'm only talking about those of us, and a lot of y'all love the Lord, but y'all damn sure don't love nobody else. And it's evident, not because I said it, in your actions. You know, it's enough people that's a member to the page that could all give $1 and could help satisfy what he's trying to raise. I mean, imagine a newborn baby. And the baby is older than newborn today. So let's not get stuck with that. I don't know the age, and, shit, call it what you want. But you have children starting in school. You've had a few deaths in your family, and that alone is devastating. And that's life. So it happens to all of us. We all have had some tragedies. I've talked to some beautiful, brilliant people. And boy, we have all been going through some things here lately. But yet we still do our thing when we do our thing to who we want to do our thing to. We still give just so somebody can say somebody hates somebody. Shit, we'll give $100. But I need you. And all I'm going to give you is a prayer and wish you well, my brother. I think for me that was very disheartening. And so I'm just venting. And so if anybody want to talk about me venting, then go right ahead. Because I do that shit sometimes. And I do this every day. This is not a joke, and it's not a game. It's not a script, and it's not a gimmick. It's real live human emotions. It's pain. I don't live in guilt and shame. I learned how to move past that. I learned how to walk through pain. And trust me, it's painful. I learned how to overcome it. People laugh, talk about me, disabled, wheelchair bound. I hear nobody defending my honor, which they don't have to. Because the people that are talking have none. And so they couldn't receive anything nobody would say on my behalf. But that's fine, because I ain't going to say shit. So I don't expect for anybody to take up the mantle for me. I'm not going to say shit because it doesn't merit a response. These people are trying to make money off of my pain, off of anybody's pain, and they're looking like real damn fools out here. But they do it anyway. They do it anyway. Boy, that shit is crazy to me. But not to them. They do what they do. Carolyn, it's so good to see you. BMK21, hey, nephew. Glad you guys could join me. I'm not demanding that anybody give anything, but I am asking if you can reach somewhere, if you can, and donate anything that you can to assist self-talk. Somebody please drop self-talk cash app in the chat. Or the GoFundMe. You can put the GoFundMe. Either one, both. I don't do this because, I think it makes me look good, because shit, when I look at me, I'm looking at the most beautiful girl in the world. And you can't get no more beautiful than the most beautiful girl in the world. That's what I see when I look at me. Now, I don't know what other people see. I honestly don't. Let me cut this off because there's something on in my background. And I don't know what video that is or whatever. And I'm not playing anybody's stuff. But yeah, that's who I look at when I look at me. Now, you might see a goddamn it, Henrietta Hippo. Who knows what you see? But I see me, the most beautiful girl in the world. And I do this because I was blessed and fashioned to do this. I live and breathe and walk in my purpose today. I didn't always do that because I didn't always know what the purpose was. Thank you, baby girl. I greatly appreciate you. Miss Coco BX is always there. Always there. And she does what she says she's going to do. Again, I am not trying to berate anybody or make you feel bad, or I just would like for us to just think and sometimes just hear ourselves, how much we love to brag and talk about how we are people of statue and, honor and integrity, and how we really care. I really would like for us to really hear ourselves. And then when someone call upon us, we probably can't satisfy the entire need, but we certainly could give a boost. And again, I know, some people say it's worth way more, the hassle to give $1 than it is not to give. But you just don't know what that dollar could do and what it could mean to the individual who feels like they're just holding on. And you have to keep holding on. We have to keep holding on. It's not enough to just say beautiful and kind words, although we really need to hear those things. We need to be encouraged one with another. That's true. We need that. But do you know how much courage it has to take to ask for help in your most vulnerable point of need? For the con man and woman, it don't cost shit because they don't have no issues with asking. They're asking all the time. I'm not talking about that person. Hey, my other son, Matt K. Salute, Eve. Glad you're here. I'm not talking about the ones that'll ask you for anything just the sake of asking. Because, see, I'm one of them people. I don't mind asking for something. Been like that all my life. All you can say is yes or no. But it takes courage. Because, see, I'm a giver. And one thing about givers, it's very hard to ask people for help for fear of rejection. And that rejection is so devastating because you've been there for so many people. And when you have a need, it seems no one is there for you. My mom always taught us that you give out of the kindness of your heart and because you're able to do so. Salute, yeah, I'm saying, man. That's why you give. Because the person you give to may not ever be the one that come to aid you when you need help. And that's very true. I found that to be very true. But that is not always true. It is not. But I think she just wanted us to get the principle of giving. You give with complete abandon. You know, if I'm giving to somebody, I don't want nobody coming to me telling me loan me and they know they can't pay me back. Just ask for what it is that you want of me. And if I can provide it, that's what I'll do. And if I can't, I'll let you know that. People lose real relationships over loan and give when all they had to do was be honest. And you know, I'm the person, I don't even need to know what you need to do with whatever it is you need. If you come to me and ask, then if I got it, you got it. And if you tell me you're going to give it back, I want it back when you say. And if it looks like you can't do it when you say, just let me know. Just let me know. Hey, Meaty, glad you're here. So I just had to get that out of my system because self-talk has been self-talk to me ever since we've ever encountered one another and spoke. He has not changed. He shares my videos. He shares my community. He shares what he can. He donates when he can. And I'm real all right with that. I'm real all right with that. And I realize in this community, a lot of us, we all share associates. And so some of us are communicating still and some of us are not. And on my sake, don't stop communicating because I'm not. Because you don't know, and I don't either, the bullshit that caused them to quit speaking to me. So don't try to figure it out. I don't. I'm real all right. It's called a purge. You see, when you can't do it, Auntie Karma will come and do it for you. Auntie Karma will start letting you see things in the supernatural. And when people know you see them, then they have to wither back in the dark and play the dark role. And that's okay. I've had to let go of family. An internet friend ain't shit to let go of, because I see they don't last long. And a lot of them aren't real. But it's some real people out here. And they stand for what they say they stand for. And it ain't always about money. Showing up, giving me a like, that's support. Leaving a comment, talking in the chat, bringing laughter to people. Cat daddy, cat daddy, cat daddy. That all means a lot. Joining my membership. I could not wait to get a membership. And then I got people so quickly. I have yet to get paid because I haven't been cleared through YouTube. And it's I guess you can call that a business type of deal. It's nothing wrong. I just haven't received what I need to receive in the mail. Happy birthday, Meaty. 52 today? Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, and many more. Now go over there and look at Cookie's Eats channel and just get sick looking at that beautiful food she be throwing out. Boy, she had a dessert out there last night. Oh my goodness. It was absolutely beautiful. Sponge cake with strawberries and blueberries and whipped cream and chocolate syrup all over it. Oh, man. Now, you might not need to go look at that. You might get mad at her if you see that, because that was absolutely beautiful. And then my little old beautiful niece, so I be up there throwing down them oxtails and greens, and I'm like, oh, damn, what are y'all doing to me? And Cookie got them neck bones with them different color bell peppers and onions all smothered up. I'm like, I can't take too much more of this. And I'm over here eating a damn lunch meat sandwich. Yeah, I can't too much take that. So Cookie has Cookie's World Tarot, and then she has Cookie's World Eat. And those are little shorts, but I guarantee you, boy, you will enjoy the shit out of those shorts. And I encourage Abby to put more up, because her food is, damn, the way that shit was boiling in the pot, you could smell it through the computer almost. Hi, Ryan. Salute. Thank y'all for putting self-talk information in there. Like I said, if anybody wants to give to self-talk, please feel free to do so. Share it with somebody. Just shit, people that ain't over on YouTube, just ask them if they could give $1 or $3. I always do threes. If I can't do a 5 or a 10 or something of that nature, I'll try to do threes. And I do that for the Trinity. Betty Epiphany. And then if I can't do that, I just won't do it today, but when I'm able, I'll do it. Again, this is no pressure, and this young man has said nothing to me other than I saw the video. And I'm that type of person. If you go look at the interview with my son and I, he'll let you know this is his mother. This is the shit I do. And I do that for anybody. I really do. Now, let me move on. Hi, Tanya G. I want to talk about, I'm keeping it in the vein of fathers and men, our men, and the beautiful things that they do. And one that I really, really, really love on this YouTube is Uncle Suge. And what I love about Uncle Suge is the way that he helped us as a people on YouTube. And for those of us who just tuned into Uncle Suge over this past year, maybe some of us knew about him before that, but I would have to say for me, it's been since all of the bus life came on and then broke up and all of this good stuff. But Uncle Suge is truly who he say he is. And that's one thing I love about a person. If you who you say you are, then just own it and be who you are. You don't have to pretend to be anybody for anybody, because you can only pretend for so long. But I purchased Uncle Suge book, and I think I call it hypothalamusly, and I think he called it hypothalamusly. However it is, I just fucked the name up, but this is the book. But I just want to read to you guys the back of the book. And it goes like this. George E. Booker II is widely regarded as one of the world's leading researchers in the field of healthcare and many other controversial topics. Keyword, controversial topics. He is rapidly becoming the nation's premier consumer advocate and exposure of corporate corruption. Hear these words: premier consumer advocate and exposure of corporate corruption. George is actively pursuing foundations and individuals to help fight against these corrupt corporations and government agencies. Mr. Booker currently resides in Euclid, Ohio. Now, if that doesn't speak to the Uncle Suge that we know here on YouTube, he is true to form. True to form. Yeah, I'm saying that is how the word is, but he added his own little spelling to it. He was playing with the word, and he did it from his vein. He said it for me when we had our interview, and I just, sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. But this book is about help and a lot of the deception. He's not a doctor. He doesn't pretend to be a doctor. And he gives that disclaimer very, very, very clearly. But he, like myself, liked to research. He liked to read. He's a journalist. And so he just started reading. And he started reading labels. And he came up with this great discovery about spices. And then, he's just giving us an alternative if we want to do something different, especially about how we feel about ourselves as far as our weight goes, or as just an individual. He gives some good tips on how to cleanse yourself and your mind, and how to get out amongst the sun and get you some vitamin D, and he gave some favorite scriptures for those who love scripture. He give you the word that you're accustomed to reading. He took some time with this. This wasn't just something he threw together and asking for your money. I'm trying to get this right. I never can get my screen thing right. but he gave a list of scripture that he used for those who read the written word. I bought my book on Amazon. And what I'm going to start doing is showcasing the book and tell a little bit about the book. And then maybe we can start getting one or two of these books and read them or just discuss them. Um, just trying to give us something different than what we have right now. I have not forgotten who we are as a people. And the only thing I can tell you, and I will continue to talk about that and tell you that, is the steps that I took and where it led me. Uh, it seems like it's, everybody want to know what's the end game or the end road or whatever that is you want to call it. But it seems to be no end until you, as an individual, start researching for yourselves, and then you make the decision on how you need to handle each individual situation that you face. But we got to first start acknowledging that black is dead in the eyes of the law. And I know that a lot of us don't want to hear that, but it is what it is. It's dead in the eyes of the law. It means you're civilly dead and you're not acknowledged. We got our citizenship from the 14th Amendment, the Constitution. And that's not how citizenship is given. Our birthright was stolen. They stole our identity. It is a system. We're not blaming one individual. There is no hate speech here. It's facts. It's written. It's in the Library of Congress. I didn't make up the truth. And I'm not afraid to talk about the truth. Oftentimes we get who we are mixed up with organizations and creeds because that's what we were given to keep us divided. But all of the religious creeds are based and founded in our mythology. They all come from the virgin birth. Virgin meaning out of the water. Christ, Jesus Christ, meaning fish. And then we have so many thick cuts. Salute. Betty Pippiny, did I speak to you? I hope I did. We have so many scholars giving so many different opinions. That's why it's best for you to read it yourself and you develop yours with your intuitive mind. That's one of the things that Cookie teaches us about, is getting in tune with our intuitive mind. We all have intuition. We have the function of the brain, the crown chakra. But it also has two different brain sensations that functions in the heart and in the gut. And if you notice a lot of the commercials today, y'all really, we need to pay attention. A lot of the commercials today, what all are they talking about? Leaky gut syndrome, leaky gut. Oh, it's in the gut. Oh, the gut. Y'all might need to worry about that. They might be trying to do something to the gut to take it away from you. But that's what you trust. You trust you. Anytime you got to bet on anything or anybody, it better be yourself. I would suggest A lot of us say who we love and who we don't love and how hard we love, but we don't love ourselves. So everything after I don't love myself, there is no truth to it. Not when it comes to love. Self-preservation. You put God first. You gotta be first. God is a verb transitive. If you tell the truth about words, people start calling you all kind of names. I've been called demons. I don't even believe in that shit. I've been called the devil. Yeah, I lived. I yet live. But I know as people make decisions, that's what I know. And they hope that they go one way. Unfortunately for them, they always seem to go the other way. And then they want to come back to you and say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. No, you made a decision. And I suggest you live with it. There was a time when I could not let go. I would never end a relationship. I always let the people end relationships with me because I didn't know how to let go. When you had different losses in your life, you don't want to let go. You will live in the most deplorable conditions, shame, guilt, all unmerited. Somebody else's issue, and you walking around carrying their burden, and they're living life, having fun, going on, and you're trying to sit around and figure out, what do I do now? Once you learn the art of letting go, and I ain't gonna never stop talking about shit, so that's who I am. I can let go of some shit, but baby, I'm gonna talk about that shit until I just don't want to talk about it no more. So it could be at the most unopportune time. It could be the perfect timing. It could be just for no damn reason at all, just to say something. That's what I do. And one good thing I love knowing about me is I'm not the only person that do this shit. It's a human thing. My older sister always tell me, you just say shit that people want to say. You say shit people be thinking, but they'll never say out loud. And that's one of the things she admired about me, and I love that about my older sister. Although she says she can't do it, she helped shape me, as did my mom, as being the person that I am. All of my older siblings did. Because our parents taught us all we had was each other. That's all we had. And when we were growing up, we used to all go in the breakfast room, sit around the table, and y'all call this little stuff y'all doing out here roasting. Y'all haven't heard no damn roast until you hear sisters and brothers sit up and talk about each other. You talking about some funny shit. It be funny sometimes. Unless, of course, the joke is on you. Then it's not too funny. Excuse me, y'all. I hope I'm not going to go on one, but let me just take a swallow of water. I tell you, I am doing much, much better. Much, much better. But I wanted to bring up Uncle Suge and his greatness and to read the back of his book so that we'll know that when he uncovers Kwame Brown and the scam with the Vixen Bayazine elixir, eyedropper in men's drinks. When he uncovered Damn D, fake school supply drives, and homeless shelter giveaways, when he uncovers Carcino and the things that he's lying about and not doing, when he uncovers the different people on YouTube, not just this little group that we know, different people from the conscious community, bigger names, Brother Polite, Young Pharaoh, one of my favorite people, Dr. Umar Johnson. And Dr. Umar Johnson is definitely one of my favorite people, because out of all of these people that I've named as scammers and conners, Dr. Umar have saved lives. And if that's a scammer and a conner, then scam and con on, sir. But he saved lives. I'm a living witness, and I'm only one. There are many a women, many a men that cry to this young man over the airways. Auntie Fee, about the facts, salute. Oh, it's so good to see you. Dr. Umar does that. Whether he get a school or not, I don't know. But goddamn it, if he's not letting you know what you need to know to help your kid stay off of psychotropic drugs, stop being the pipeline to prison, if you're not getting any of that and all you're getting from him is what he's doing with the money, then I have to question your motives, whoever you are. Nobody don't have to think like me. Normally people don't until it affects them like it does me. I just happen to be that person that shit, it doesn't have to affect me for me to be happy for you or about you or what you're doing for someone else. It's really not about me. I'm covered. Broke as I am, I'm covered. Hi, Angie M. But Uncle Suge has been tackling scammers on YouTube, and they totally defame this man. We need a damn GoFundMe for him so he can take them to task. But Uncle Suge operate on his own plane, and if that's something he wants, he'll damn sure let us know it, because he doesn't take advantage of people. He brought out Christopher. Everybody and their mama was claiming to be Christopher, or they the ones who clapped the channel. No, that was Uncle Suge. You got people buying subscribers and adding them to people's channel. One happened to me. And instead of the who I thought was the good guy, the hero, saying that this person shouldn't do this to me, they said, hell, I did them wrong and disrespected them. When they came on my show and asked me a question that was very disrespectful, they said, you don't bring other people's shit to somebody else's chat. But they asked me publicly before the World Wide Web a question from the person who tried to get my channel clapped. I'll never understand that. They made a whole full video about me. Said I was just an old lady. And I was no better than Sister T and Queen Regina. And that hurt me, because what that person did to me, in my opinion, is exactly what Kwame Brown did to him. Very disrespectful. Very painful. Then had the audacity to say that his wife wanted to know, why did I snap at him? And I snapped at no one. I had told everybody. And he was watching both of us that night. He was in Armando's chat and my chat. And he was going back and forth. That's very deceptive. And then said that I was an old woman who talked about slave shit I know nothing about, taking up for Umar Johnson. Why was all of that necessary? We've never had a bad word among us. And I look back over the hundreds that I've given. I need my ass whooped. And I need to whoop my own ass. Because I gave out of support of him. He gave me nothing but talked about me. Painful, it was for a moment. It was. Unexpected, in a way. But he said he was a slumlord and he was no good. He said he's an opportunist. So why did it take me by surprise? I guess like all people, you think it won't happen to you until it happened to you. But I did nothing. Well, I did some things that I thought maybe could help him, gave him some advice on some things, and maybe that was overstepping my bounds, but I'm an overstepper my bounds person. My sons say all the time, you're always giving unsolicited advice. He tell me that all the time. Sci-fi, you so beautiful. I haven't forgotten you, my niece, Coco. I just haven't done the cash app yet. It's the same way it was that night. I was just trying to, when I was talking about what was happening with me and what was going on with my channel and how it really upset me and everything, I just didn't anticipate the man that, I support. And then the man accused me of talking about this skinny cum thing that he had. This was before it happened. And I purchased a ticket for somebody to go because I wasn't going. He took my wrench, and that's what really let me know it was some shit going down. When he took my wrench on a night that he was talking about people being disloyal. And I don't know what these people call loyalty, but I bow to no man. I don't give a damn who your friend is and how much money they got, how much you have. My daddy always taught me whatever a person has, it belongs to them. I don't give a damn how many bathrooms you have. You can only use one shitter at a time. No matter how many cars you possess, you can only drive one at a time. I did nothing to this man but respected him. Even when he talked about some dastardly shit that I did not approve of, I would text him and let him know. And he said he was all right with that. So I don't know how he could take the stance with Armando talking about I taped him without his permission when he taped Kwame without his permission and he taped other people without their permission. And then they're taping each other. I mean, damn, this is what you do when you're covering your own ass. That's what you do. When you trust someone, you don't have a need to do that. But again, remember what I said. Trust your gut. Trust you. When things start feeling off, trust me, they're off. Cookie always tell us, use your head, not your heart. If you use your heart, you're going to keep getting mistreated and keep getting taken advantage of. People think they're taking advantage of you. They don't realize that you honestly see something has shifted. And you want to believe that you're not seeing what you're seeing. You really want to. Why we feel the need to want to hold on to something that we see that's falling apart, I would say possibly it's because of past experiences. And a lot of times I've found if you don't close the chapter of a book, then it's what they call like a running total. You have to close issues. It's called resolve. And you have to do that at the best way that you can resolve it. You can't resolve it for other people. And I have told everybody in America, I talk about everybody I know, good, bad, or indifferent. Maybe a little bit of it all. But hell, y'all do too, so it's all right with me. I don't care what people think of me. It's none of my business. My mom taught me that whatever they say about you, let it be a lie. They can't impugn my character. I have done nothing to impugn theirs. But I was chosen as the collateral damage this time. The question one would ask themselves, especially if you're a giver, because they said that they highest givers, and Lord knows I was one of the high givers, and I don't give a damn how much he's received. I was one of the high ones amongst the ones he chose. That means nothing to these people. It's all about money. Ain't a damn thing funny. Got to have a con in this land of milk and honey. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Yeah, it makes me wonder. But I sit alone in my four-corner room staring at candles. At night I can't sleep. Sometimes. My mind playing tricks on me. Is it or is it not? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're playing tricks on your mind because you want it to be one way, but it's the other way. But I'm not going to be intimidated by anyone. I'm going to continue to support the young men that support me. But as long as you show me that you are who you say you are, I am going to show you that I am who I say I am. I'm not much, and I love these gamers. They don't ask you for anything, but I try to support them just like they support me. Because we need each other to build up. Everybody else is tearing us down. There's no way in the hell shit should be going on the way it's going on. No way on God's green earth that people should be allowed to continue to lie and lie and lie and lie, and everybody just laugh and pretend it's not happening. Who's next? Who's next? Because trust me, next is coming. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Oh, Chase, I used to love when you have those mixed martial arts and the kung fu fighting and the stone. Have those westerns, boy, and y'all have some of the best damn music I tell y'all for real, I'm not a gamer. I mean, you can ask my son. He's had all the damn games you could have, but his mom didn't have nothing to do with none of them other than purchasing them. And I don't play games. I used to play spades a little bit. Haven't played so long, I probably don't even know how to play that no more. Never did really learn how to play dominoes, but I would win some games and people would get mad at me because I would win because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But I did like that game. I just didn't know what the hell I was doing. And plus, I'm not fast. And math confuses the shit out of me. Numbers just make my head start hurting. You go past adding and subtracting, you done lost me. But we need those gamers to get away. And then you go in the gamers to get away, and people that you never seen start coming, and it's like an intimidation, and you feel like, damn. Or you go to different people that a lot of people don't go to, and now all of a sudden the people who call themselves at odds with you shows up like you just supposed to say, ooh, man, fuck you. It ain't none of that for me. And I don't care about how they talk about me and how handicapped I am and how fat I am and how no teeth I am and all that bullshit. Who gives a damn? You can only say that shit. I guess you could put that on every other woman if you want to. The bitch and the whole shit is old. You know, people be just using them words all out of order. It's not even necessary to say bitch and hoe as much as they say. I've never heard people talk about people private parts like these people, and they call themselves grown, and all they talk about is ussy and ick. Riding, wanna ride, wish they could ride, hope somebody would ride, all that shit. And they call that roasting. That's not roasting. Ain't none of that roasting. It ain't even funny. We used to do better jokes when we talked about shit each other. Used to call my brother Big Lips. That shit was funny in the motherfucker to us, but it wasn't to him. My sister, we used to call her Bunion. She had a bunion sticking out the side of her damn foot. It was funny as hell to us, but it wasn't funny to her. And believe it or not, even though the kids tease me and call me green teeth in school, I don't ever remember any of my siblings calling me green teeth. I don't ever remember that. But that's how I became Toothless Tiger. For those of you all who don't know, I had no idea that I was born with a third-degree heart block. And so when all of my teeth came in, they came in bad. I had no idea why that happened. I just know as a kid, I had green around the edges of my teeth closest to my gum. And I would spend hours in the bathroom trying my best to make them white because kids teased me. I used bleach, Comet, peroxide, pine sol, anything that said that it cleaned and disinfected and was kept in the bathroom. I used it. Toothpaste. I used everything. My mom and them didn't know I was in there torturing myself like that. My sister and I, the ones that's closest to me in age, she's 5 years older than me. She just celebrated her 69th birthday on yesterday. And my sister get around shit like she damn near 19. With the exception of about 8 weeks ago, she fell and broke 3 ribs. And through all of her pain, she continued to cook for me and bring me food. Not because I'm in a wheelchair. I am mobile. I'm not that mobile because of my breath. Takes my breath away. But my sister and my nephew take care of me very well. My son couldn't ask for a greater son. My daughter, I live for our conversations. We have some good ones. Lazy Bone, my nephew. But I had no idea that I had a 89-year-old heart. I found that out after I gave birth to my son, that I was born with an 89-year-old heart. So I'm 63 years old, and I'm doing real good for overweight smoker. And I smoke cool filter kings. Been smoking them a long time. I quit. I started back. I quit. I started back. So I found for myself that I must do what it takes to make me happy in this life, because none of us know the hour when transition comes. None of us know the way. My daddy said if you was born to burn, you ain't gonna drown. Unfortunately, we don't know which way we're born to go, but we do know how we got here. I've always been a talker. My mom used to tell me my mouth was going to get me in trouble because I talk. I talk a lot. I'm not a bully. I don't like bullies. I would share with you my life experience in hopes that if you're going through something that you can see, whether you share with me or not, you're not the only one going through something. And to just hold on and stay encouraged. So I just do my best to be the best me that I can be. And then, people don't really know each other out here. So if they hear me say something, shit, when I go to bed and wake up, I done lost 3 people. I'm like, damn, I cannot worry about that. I do not worry about that anymore. Boy, y'all are some faithful people, and if y'all keep showing up, I'm going to keep showing up too. Because I'm just a believer. As this thing continued to grow, the people will come and they will come. And all I'm doing is sharing my journey and my experience. I don't have no truth for nobody. I don't. The truth is what it is. It has no versions. We can make it ring to our favor or to our detriment. That's our choice. But discernment, my son always say, mama, discernment. My son sometimes I think would sit here to be the father that my father wasn't, because my father was a hell of a stud, as we call him. Taught us some good shit. My son is more of the nurturing, discipline type. And one thing that we need to teach our sons, self-discipline is what's going to help them live a long life. I'm talking about outside of craziness, because we can't control, any disease that may creep up or whatever. But outside of, that, self-discipline is what we need. One moment. Okay. I tell you too, y'all. Uh, Self-discipline in a young man, that's one of the things that Dr. Umar teaches. We've got to hold our children accountable. We've got to. If we don't do it the way the world do it, we're not going to like it. And then I heard a young man say, we got to stop making excuses. And it sounds like I was talking to my son, for choices that people make when they keep choosing to do wrong. We got to quit making excuses for them. Thank you, Meaty, so much. Yeah, I tell y'all, this has been one hell of a ride these past 2 or 3, weeks. Really, when my sister fell, it was scary, because we knew she was in pain, but we didn't think that it was as bad as it was. And she tried to, lay around and, try to feel better, and she didn't. And went to the doctor and ended up had broken 3 ribs, and that was just, devastating. But she persevered and she kept going. Good night, so Ivy. Yeah, she persevered and kept going and pushed through. And she's awesome. She's been fighting the workers' comp case for 5 years. And we don't know what we're doing, but we're willing to do whatever we can do. And we're doing everything there can be done. Um, we research, we read, we bounce off each other, we present it to the courts, and then we wait on time. And it's been 5 years. We're doing something right because we're still in open court. I don't have time for grudges and to hate people. I don't have time for that. I don't have the energy. And I find that a lot of people are energy vampires. They latch on to you for your energy. You think they're bringing something to the table, all the while they're trying to take your place. It's kind of like the OJs said, they smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. Backstabbers. I. Low down, dirty. What they do? Smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Backstabbers. Backstabbers. So you got to beware of the people who befriend you, the people who are sent to you. You got to beware. You better know who sent them. Because when they get ready to snatch them back, no matter if you need them or not, they going to tear their ass. Just like that job my daddy told us about. He said that you don't own nothing on no job. So don't go down there talking about, that's my diss. Hey, Two Cool Lives. Glad you're here. He said, yeah, don't do that. Because, see, you go down there and get your ass fired and see, want the desk be there, but you got to leave the building. You don't own nothing. So we have to protect our hearts, protect our brain, protect our gut. No matter how you knew somebody, people are affected by life every day. So whoever you knew yesterday could not be that person today. I got to get that word. Sim said so. I don't know that word. And one thing the master teacher, Taj Tariq Bey, teaches, if you're reading and you don't know a word, never go past the word that you don't know. And when you don't know something, don't be sitting up there playing like you know what the hell somebody talking about, and your ass know you don't know, and you fuck around and say the wrong thing. It's too easy to just take the time and look it up and learn. Reading is fundamental, and it is beautiful to me because I pride myself in reading in words. I love talking to people that introduce me to new words. And this could be a word that I know and just can't pronounce the damn word. It's okay to be vulnerable. You just can't stay in any particular place for long. But it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to have courage. It's okay to have strength. But strength comes in numbers. It comes in numbers. We have these people out here, they the biggest and the baddest and the boldest, and they, talk about you and throw all this craziness out there. And the next thing you know, when you start striking back, then what they want to do is strike your page and try to get you off of YouTube. Oh, is that unionizing? Child, I told you. You see how beautiful you just broke that down? I just love you, Sensei. And I'm sitting up here looking at the word. I swear I'm sitting up here trying to make out what the hell is that damn word. Damn. And you just broke that shit down and it just popped in my head. Mm. That's what my daddy said. If you see me and the bear fighting in the street, help the damn bear. Don't help me. Help the bear. I'm going to be all right. I promise you I am. I'm going to be all right. No pain, no gain. So it's okay to feel pain. It really is. It's even okay to be betrayed, even though it doesn't feel like it when you're being betrayed. But what betrayal will do, it will teach you, if you learn and pay attention, how people operate and how they move. And it'll help you see the ones who operate just like them. They don't ever have to say a word. At least when they're talking to you, they don't say a word. When you start doing like they do and ghost watch, shit, you see them saying all kind of shit. Make me believe that, even the liar Kwame is capable of telling the truth on people that you advocate for and that you love and you think have some kind of likeness or fondness for you. They don't have to feel like you feel, but you believe that y'all have a commonality. But again, you better know who sent them. That's what you better know. Hey, Allison. Glad you're here. And none of us know each other. We don't know who's real and who's fake. We don't know none of that shit. But all I can do is accept you for who you say you are. And until you show me different, that's who you are to me. I don't give a damn what nobody else think about you. You have to show me that you are different than what you have shown me. And once you show me, then I know. I don't have to believe shit. I know. So I wish that we would support one another. Definitely Uncle Suge. The stuff that he's doing and the things that they're trying to do to him is unbelievable. They want to shut him down. That's the same thing that we had a problem with the European for wanting to shut us down, take away our free speech, take away our civil liberties. Oh, we cry about that, we say. We don't give a damn about that. Every other damn day, somebody trying to suppress somebody's thoughts or words. Unless it's bullshit now. As long as they laughing and talking about your ass, everybody is laughing with them, and they don't give a damn who you say you are and who they say they think you are. Because for that moment, you become the goddamn laughing stock of the show. It's hard to believe that people would sit up and listen to someone just blatantly lie on someone. And the majority of the people they talking to was right there when the shit happened. Didn't see or hear none of that shit, but yet they laugh and it's funny. But it doesn't become real until it becomes real to you. And trust me, for me, it was a bad feeling because I felt betrayed and blindsided. But it wasn't really a bad feeling because the person have already said who they were. They already said it. And all of the uncouth shit and very disrespectful shit that they've said. And I sat my ass right there and laughed. So, he who laughed first don't always last laugh. I might just said that shit wrong, but you know what I meant. Laugh last. That's what I was trying to say. Laughter is like medicine to the bones in its proper place. Yeah, Uncle Suge really should feel proud. And he give his honor and glory to the Most High. And what I like about anybody is when you're obedient to whatever it is that you are called to do. Because it's lonely out here sometimes when you stand on principle and truth. You find yourself by yourself a lot. A lot of people think the world is laughing with them, but they don't really understand that the whole world is laughing at them. Yeah, they don't really understand until they understand. And somehow, sometimes, they remember you, and maybe they don't. And I don't ask nobody to take up no mantle for me or anything like that. I just watch how things play out and how people take up mantles for, and how great people say that one man is and another man is so treacherous, when to me they're doing the same damn shit. The same shit. Turn on people that were faithful and gave liberally. And when I gave, I didn't even give knowing that giving had something to do with these wrenches, because these damn people hold these wrenches hostage. I had to take them away I didn't know people go back and, delete people and block people and keep them from being a part of, your show. I didn't know people did all of that kind of stuff. I didn't understand the treachery and the downright jealousy amongst people that call themselves content creators. And I don't hear them doing nothing but talking about somebody in the name of critiquing them. They offer nothing new. They offer no solution. I love that. Sim said, you really woke me up to that. That was one of the best comments I read about the wrench witches and its wenches and the top dog that, everybody kiss ass to deceive other people. That's so sad. And for what? And for what? Yeah, I probably won't get no new subscribers on this one. But what I try to do is make a video for the world, because the world is watching whoever this reaches out to. Um, you need to know these things. It's called just kind of housekeeping and checks and balances. That's what it's all about. I wish no ill will on anyone or no harm. I don't. But I'm going to call it like I see it. And the people that gave to self-talk, it was 3 people. But I saw 14 names, and a lot of them were very familiar. And all they had to give was a prayer and a thought for today. What in the hell? And the Rick looked awfully bad. Salute, Sebastian. Laquita, did I ever say salute to you, dear? Yeah, it's some things. Oh, Laquita, if you only knew. People that I've had as guests on my show plug their show. I see them in chats, they don't even speak anymore. I just find that shit absolutely asinine. How did we go from me asking people to go and subscribe to you, giving you an interview time, cash apping you, and now I say hello to you in a chat and you don't even speak? I just don't get it. But they say Kwame is corrupt. Well, he's one, but he's not the only one. And I don't excuse his corruption, but I can really kind of see it. But he's choosing to stay in it. He can get out of it at any time, but he was at a very disadvantage. And so, my heart always go out for the underdog. But that does not excuse the unacceptable behavior and even the criminal behavior, because these people are doing things with criminal aspects, buying subs, adding them to your show, telling you it can't be done, but now I know exactly how it was done. So that sounds good. Then you got the Black Knight, who takes care of all his people until it's you. Then he turn on you and make you the villain for some shit you don't even know what they talking about. But everybody say, oh, he's a great guy. Skinny is the best thing going. Oh, he's not like Kwame. I'll be goddamn. He probably didn't appear to be like Kwame at first. But I would say he's worse. And he's had his fun with me, and he's going to have some more. You have my permission. You and Armando have my permission to talk about me like a goddamn fat, disabled dog. Bitch, you think it's what y'all like to use. Y'all have my permission. Sister T, talk about me like a dog. I don't even know that damn woman. Queen Regina, I hate that for y'all. But Sister T, one thing I do know, that you ain't beat nobody out of no $525 with no garden. Now that garden is some bullshit, so let's get that straight. But that article was some bullshit too. And I don't know this Malaysia Green or whatever. I believe that's the same person as Armando Black. I don't know that for sure, and I have a right to say that. And I guess they'll be striking me like they do in random. But if you do what you feel like you got to do, there's always an opportunity to appeal and tell your side of the story. Thank you, Chase. Yeah, that's the person who did that article that's not there on the ripoff report. I did the research, Sister T, and it's not there. And they said they don't take down articles. So I'm like you. You said fuck Suge, you don't like Suge, but you use Suge shit. Well, I don't do all that. But that's the truth, what I'm telling you. And I'm sure you're not looking because I know you guys don't ghost watch me. But in the event you don't, somebody will, and they can tell you. I did the research, and I know you didn't do that. Y'all, these people do is pit people against one another and in the name of laughter and fun. And this shit ain't laughter, nor is it fun anymore. There was some laughter. But again, it was at somebody else's pain because we was all on one side, but we was against the people that we were against. We don't even know these damn people and why we against them. But it was humorous at one point. It was some jokes, funny. This shit ain't funny no more. And then people just give and give just to hear somebody talk about somebody. And again, it's funny when they talking about them. That shit ain't funny when they talking about you and yours. And then they love to talk about how they're the doxing kings and queens and all of this shit, as if they don't know that the laws are not the same today as it was when they ran in the great group that they all claim and they're so great at. The laws are not the same. Some are. But with the cyber bullying and harassment, they're much deeper. And then because I spoke of how the courts work, then I was told that I was worse than Queen Regina and Sister T. Now, if you think that that wasn't some shit that just knocked me out of my chair, think again. I couldn't believe I was hearing that shit. The way they have totally desecrated those women, talked under their clothes, called them all kind of dick suckers and bitches and hoes. And then this man put my name in a sentence with them people saying that I was worse than them. And then had the audacity to say some shit about snitching. One week, if you ain't been to prison, you can't be no snitch. But fuck anybody. I will snitch, snitch, stitch, stitch, twitch, twitch, witch, if it affects me. I am not a snitch. I don't know what no fucking snitch is. I'm a truth teller and a truth seeker. And my daddy taught me the truth to get your ass killed just as quick as a lie. So sometimes you gotta tell a lie. But I don't live in lies. Oh, he did that the night that Skinny did that the night that he made the video about me when I was showing Armando had made up those two different letters. And he came in Armando's chat and in my chat. And he got information from Armando. Then he came in my chat, abrupted my chat, and said, "Ma, Armando say you taped this private conversation. Is that true?" And I said, "Yes." And then he said, He went back to Armando, then he came back. "Did you tape me?" I told him that was an insult. I don't just tape conversations. I have conversations every day with people. You know, it's called covering your own ass. And I told Armando from the very first conversation that I know people in YouTube land, they tape each other. But I don't do that unless I feel the need to do that. I told him that. And the first conversation I did not. But every conversation since then, I have. I have them. And it's us talking. So then I had to question, why would he go over to Armando's chat and then come back and bring that to my chat when he said he doesn't want other people's shit in his chat? And then he said I was disrespectful. And actually people that look at both of us was agreeing with him. I'm like, God damn, these people got to be the craziest damn people in America. How the fuck was I disrespectful? I'm defending my honor, the integrity of my name, my mom and my dad. And then I mean nothing to nobody else. But it mean everything to me. And don't nobody have to accept it. That's what I do for me. I can face tomorrow. I can look myself in the mirror. I can go to sleep and wake up. I can speak freely. I'm not going to be putting you down. You can believe that. As fucked up as you are as an individual, I'll call you like you call you. But I don't have to put you down to make me look good. I don't have to do that. Queen Regina say ain't nothing beautiful about no toothless tiger. It might not be to her. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And as I stated before, when I look in the mirror, I'm looking at the most beautiful girl in the world. Shit, you better believe that. With all honor and respect. That's who I look at when I look in the mirror. You know, a gap tooth ass hippo ain't cute either. But if you look in the mirror and you see yourself as beautiful, then that's beautiful. I think you are too, if that's what you think. Good night, Cookie. Yeah, I hate that she's getting mistreated. I hate that they're mistreating themselves. But that is, again, a choice one makes. And when you make a choice, you just have to ask yourself, can you live with the consequences of your actions? And the only thing about that is you don't know the answer to that until it's there. And 9 times out of 10, you can't live with it. Not honestly. You can't live with it. It eats away at you. It eats away at you. Yeah, it does. And I feel so much better. I really don't like confusion. People may not believe that, but I don't. Because, see, I know it's truly a great thing that I could not fight and stuff like that, because I don't know if even I'd be here, because it's just some shit I just couldn't tolerate. And my sister, rest her soul, she used to fight, men just like, most girls fight each other. And she was one, she didn't give a damn about no win, no lose, or no draw. You got out of order with her, you're going to have to show her. Of course, nowadays, children are totally different. They don't believe in physical contact. They, go to weaponry. And that's so very unnecessary. The things that we lose our lives for. Natha, hi. I don't know if I spoke to you, but I did see you when you came in. Let me put some respect on the monies that I received. Thank you. I received those 2 cash apps and super chat. Yesterday was supposed to be our first members only, and I didn't really feel good, and I did not do what I should have done, and that was to make a video for you guys and let you guys know. I sometimes I just can't muster up the energy. Like I said, I'll take a look at the guys, and sometimes I'll speak so they'll know. Z, she's blessed forever. Salute. Please know that I did not intend not to speak to you if I did not call you out. I honor everyone that honors me. Kurt, I know I talked about you. I was talking about fathers. I didn't call your name, but I'm so proud of you guys. You with your baby, Chase. I see he and his wife and his babies. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. Captain Wolf, salute. Trinity T. I love it when you're positively in the lives of your babies. They love you so much, and y'all look just alike. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. I love Uncle Suge and the family moments that he shares with us. It's just like, growing up again, because back in the day, we all got together. The older people played cards, and the kids all ran around the house and outside and played football or basketball or marbles or jacks, hopscotch, stuff like that that kids don't do today, but we all did it. We all was at each other's house, and most of us all were just cousins. There was a few maybe friends, but we had fish fries and, barbecues. Some people drank, some people didn't. And we just had fun together as family. And he shows us that in 2022, which is a rarity, especially since, the illness that we had that was possibly, a thing to keep us from coming together as family. A lot of us don't even have contact with our family anymore because we're so afraid either we're going to give them something or they're going to give us something. And that's sad. A lot of our seniors, have to be alone, and they're mainly alone anyway, but that's put an extra burden on them. And it's just so much that we can do as a people individually while we're trying to be so collective on this YouTube. One thing I have learned that pretty much these people are not going to come together and do nothing for a good cause. So perhaps you as an individual could gather a couple of people that and if you did nothing but bought socks and dusters or t-shirts and underwear for senior citizens and nursing homes. One idea that I have for here in the Dallas area, and especially the school that's closest to me, uh, is to purchase uniforms in different sizes. A lot of the children at the beginning of school, some of their parents they may not have the money. They may have the money and blow the money off. I don't know what happens, but the thing of it is that they have them so uniformed that if they do not have on a uniform appropriate attire, they will not allow them to attend class. And that is, again, another strike against education. Uh, Precious time that some children probably really need. And I think that it could be a good idea if a couple of people got together and purchased a couple of, um, you know, sh- shirts and pants, the colors for different grades, two or three different sizes. We can't clothe them all, but if as many of us that would who want to do something, just purchase it and take it to the school. And it doesn't have to be from the uniform store or from you know uh, Ralph Lauren Polo Shop. And I said Polar, but it's Polo Shop. It doesn't have to be from any of those places. Walmart and Amazon, they have reasonable prices. J.C. Penney is who I use a lot. It's just so many little things that we can do, and we don't need to solicit thousands of dollars on the internet for us to give one or two items. I'm so proud of what Uncle Suge discovered with Damn D, seeing him going to the dumpsters, getting boxes that were not broken down and that didn't look too bad, and just how he put shit in the boxes, pretending that they were brand new boxes. And I never really even noticed because I was so caught up in the Kwame giveaway with the shoes when he had that. And most hated blogger talked about this, but I was so fed up with him after Mo 3. I just thought he was full of shit. But he touched on those boxes. They don't have anything in them, and they all open and shit. And I'm just saying he's a hater. Now, isn't it amazing how we will deny what we see for the shit that we accept? We do that. I'm guilty. We do that. You know, and then you go back and show, and Suge is just showing, he shows exactly what those people showed on their video and exactly what they're saying. And then here you see all these damn empty half-ass boxes. it's 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 too much, y'all. It's too much. But I commend you men who actually talk about your children, and you talk about them with love, like you're really happy to have children. BMK 21. I mean, I just love the way you men stand up for your babies. I don't know nothing about y'all personal relationships, and I don't have to. I can see you guys. I see and feel the energy of you guys. I am a Scorpio, and we really do feel energy. I am intuitive. I'm not clairvoyant. Don't do crystal balls. I don't even do tarot. But I was gifted with the gift. And the way people always get me, I always say, how is it that I'm such a damn uh oh, Chase, you Scorpio too? October 26th for me. That's that blessed day right there. October 26th. Uh Damn, you done took my breath away. But I love that New Orleans sound and that swag that you have. That I love New Orleans, just period. I just love the way y'all sounds. Most of them I can't understand shit they saying, but I love the way they sound. Oh yeah, you all the way up in there. Cause see, us October borns is but we some special people. Matt K is one of them November. No, he not. Matt K one of us. I'm sorry, Matt. He one of us. He one of us. But y'all November born, y'all know who y'all are. Y'all a little bit different. But y'all are true Scorpios in every sense of the word. Y'all just don't mind whooping nobody's ass. That's the difference in y'all and me. Yeah, Matt K is ours. He's the 31st. He's us. He sure is. But, I'm just so proud of you guys. And I just hope that we all can continue, no matter what goes on between any of us, that we can just stay out of all of that craziness and just continue to support one another. You don't have to pick no sides, and you don't have to get mad if they, say disrespectful shit. You don't have to do all of that. Just, all I ask is you mark the man and just recall the date and the time because, just like it happened to me. The Jackson 5 say, that's how love goes. You gotta read just what you sow. Now, baby. Can't cause tears and run free. Happened to you just like it happened to me. Yeah. That's how love goes. You gotta reap just what you sow. Cause you can't cause tears and run free. It's gonna happen to you just like it happened to me. So just remember that when you're looking at somebody being ousted and you have really no real knowledge of what's going on, and you just think because you have a fondness for one of or both of the people. You may want no more one longer than the other. And basically what you know about them is just an internet relationship because most of the people, from what I understand, don't have no real substance in the relationship. But you can see, you can feel, and and you don't have to go and beat nobody over the head with what because everybody is grown, making grown folks decisions. And I don't ask people to advocate just to be advocating. We need to be advocating for real issues, like I said, like uniforms for the kids. If you want to just go buy up some shit and take it up to a school, if you just want to help a school. The football teams, a lot of times the schools don't have money to feed those guys. Some of the dads can get together, even if you don't even have a kid in high school. Even the moms, you can put together a couple of dollars and buy some pizzas on game night or once a week for practice. It's just so many things that we can do to pour into a life of a child, and we don't have to come on here and beg people for money. When I anticipate money, I truly would like to get money because you like my work and you find worth in it. And this is a business for me, so you're helping me in my business. But I spend way more money than I get, and that's okay. But the object in having a business is to make money. And it took me a long time to accept that. My brother used to tell me that all the time. And for me, I guess I was looking at it like I didn't want to, take advantage of nobody and mistreat anybody. But I'm not doing that, and that's never been my intent. And so I don't have that issue. But I also want to talk about this before I go, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, y'all, I told y'all Chase is really, really, really the man. Chase, you don't have to say Miss Toothless. I swear my name ain't Toothless. So you don't have to say Miss. You can just say Toothless. I have a thing about the Miss and the ma'am anyway, you know. My daddy was a real nigga, and he just taught us a lot of that shit is slave mentality. So, you know, you show me respect all the time. And I'm a person, I love to cuss because my dad cuss. So, you know, shit, don't have no problem cussing. I don't call people bitches and hoes talking to them and talking. I might say the bitch if they not present or something, but I don't call people bitches and hoes and all that shit. I don't play that. But yeah, I'm just Toothless or Cheryl. You know, I'm cool with that. And my son, he called me mama, and when he really want to tell me something, he'll say, "Okay, Cheryl." So you know, we had that kind of relationship. That's my best bud. And he was on the news last week talking about a fight situation that they had at the high school. At one of the games, the other team was cheating, and they had a big fight. And then another school that they played last week, they brought their own security, and the news was at the game. My son go and support. He has no children, but he go and support my grandson and the school, because that would have been his home school, but he went to a special school like his mom. So we were able to go to two of the best high schools at the time because they were brand new, multi-million dollar high schools when we attended. I attended in 72 to 76, and he attended in hell, I don't know what year. I think he graduated in 99. I don't know. All I can tell you is he's 41, so somebody ought to know when y'all graduated. But he went to Law Magnet, so um, but he was able to be on there. But Chase just gave me some beautiful news, and he just started teaching digital arts media at his daughter's school. He started Wednesday of last week. Now, y'all, put some hand claps and some tigers, please, in the chat for Chase. We got to acknowledge goodness and greatness. Why? Because there's so much bullshit that's going around that's tearing us down and tearing down our energies. And we got to start building. We got to, y'all. And we can just start building with encouraging words and doing something great and letting us know that, you know, this is what you're doing. It's not bragging. It's not bragging. It's encouraging. It's people might really want to do something and don't have a clue. Y'all so creative. You know, you all with the creativity. It's just phenomenal to me. I'm not creative. My sister is creative. You can tell her something, and you probably sound crazy as hell, but when she hear what you say, she can envision what you want, and she brings it to fruition. That's the same way Matt K does. I tell him all the time, you do what you do. I'm just telling you what I like. Whatever product you come up with, I'm going to love it. And the reason I do that, because I don't have the mind to even begin to think like he does. But it's when he finishes, it's a perfect product. The same way with Gotti when she made my intro, I just told her what I liked. And she, in her creativity, went to work and made it. I couldn't have asked for a better rendition of what I envisioned my intro of being. I told her I like piano, I like waterfalls. She didn't even know I love pink roses, but she searched and found the pink flower, and it was on the product when I got it. She had no clue because I forgot to tell her about my pink roses, but that's what I love, pink roses. I know people love roses, and roses are beautiful, but I love pink. So that means when you give me pink roses, I know that you really want me to have some roses. And that's what my son does for me. Um, Unwanted smoke. Salute. Uh, yeah, that's what he does for me. He went to one of the most expensive places. I always would talk about him for not ever getting me roses. And I'm always telling him, you know, I love pink roses. And then he sent me a box of roses I still have right now on my dresser. I refuse to throw away. Um, and they were over $400. And some people would say that is just ridiculous. And I say, I know. He ridiculously loves his mom. So I'll accept that. Uh, and then I'll turn right around and tell him, now, you know, I need to try to get some hit with McConnell. So, I mean, that's just how that shit go. You know, he knows his mother. But, y'all, I'm going to have a great show coming up this Tuesday. Um, Dewan will be back talking about the fentanyl, and she'll have some statistics and stuff. And we did not get to visit with Dr. Wee's Love on last Tuesday. Some things came up, and he was running a little off schedule. He's a beautiful dad and husband of 4 children, and he's doing his own thing. And we will get to meet him on Wednesday. I'm doing a special exclusive this Wednesday. I promised him because he was so hurt and disappointed. But like I told him, I understand how things go and how life goes. The beautiful thing is he has a desire. Um, I have been very blessed that my son went to school with some dynamic people, and they all maintain real great cordial relationships, even working relationships. And so, you know, yeah, so you know exactly what it's like, Chase, right? So, you know, they lend themselves to me. And, you know, some people say that you should charge, and maybe one day I will, but today it's not about charging. It's about introducing our children, us as adults, letting us see individuals. A lot of these people are the same ages as you guys. Some of them are young, you know, a little younger than you guys, but most of you all are in your 40s to your 50s. Nobody is really, you know, over 50. But these guys are 40, 41, you know, turning 42, um, 39, and they are doing some phenomenal things that the Board of Education said that they wouldn't allow us to be, doctors and philosophers and lawyers, artists, you know, just name it. They said that we wouldn't be any of that. They're going to teach us to be satisfied just where we are as nothings. And so a lot of us don't even strive to dare to go past what we're comfortable with. But we are some resilient and brilliant people. And I do want you all to know that we got to start loving on each other and respecting each other. I forgive everybody that I believed wronged me. And I ask that they forgive me. But I don't wait for forgiveness. That's a choice one must make for themselves. But I can say unequivocally that I forgive all that have wronged me. And again, don't think I ain't gonna talk about that shit. You can ask anybody I know. I'm gonna talk about it probably till I die. You know, um, until it leave my memory. That's what I do, and I hold no animus. I don't like what happened. I'm not a confrontational person, and I think I'm not a confrontational person. Number one, because I can't fight, and I would really want to when you get out of order and shit. And since I can't, I don't never talk about I whoop that bitch, I slap the shit. I ain't doing none of that shit. I slap my goddamn self before I slap somebody else. I'm not doing it. I had 3 fights and lost all 3. And at 63, I ain't finna start whooping no ass. That shit ain't finna happen for me. I know that, and I can live with that. People have the right to say and do whatever they want to say and do. I just hope they're big enough to remember that my auntie named Karma, she's coming back to visit them. She goes around and round. That's another song by Mo3, in case y'all just need to hear it. Round and round is the song. She's coming back. It's called 360. 360. Full circle. It happens. And you might not tell nobody about it, but I promise you it's going to happen to you, whether I see it or not. So just remember that when you mess with me, you might need to go ask somebody that's done messed with me and they're no longer with us. Not because I did nothing to them. I guess my auntie, I don't know. But people that mess with me, they don't last long. They might think they do, but I promise you they don't. And I don't have nothing to do with it. Shit, I just hear about it. And I do my best to stay in my lane and let you stay in yours. And everything is fine with me. The world is fine. I hear different ones talk about, how great one man is and how terrible another is. But as I said before, I see them doing the same thing. So on that note, this book, I'm going to do a little review on it. I was going to talk about it, and we may talk about it with Dr. Love when he comes. And this is the relation to the mineral salts of the body, to the signs of the zodiac. Very good read, very good read. Um, I'm going to start doing little videos to try to make sure I put out some work because I haven't really been putting out anything in between my videos, and that's not good because I want to stay on course and stay focused. I appreciate y'all for staying with me. I'm going to get ready to leave the Tiger's Den. I don't want to keep you guys too long. I know it's football and all that good stuff, and I also know that tomorrow starts the week for your babies in school and stuff like that, and then you guys have your own shows you want to do, and I will be coming to support. And if you don't see me type in there, just know that if you see a like, then you know that I hit the like button. But I haven't felt like doing a lot of typing, so that's why I haven't been really speaking, because I didn't feel like it, speaking to everybody individually. And I love when people speak to me individually, and I love speaking back because I know if you're like me, you love to see your name too. So to keep that from happening, what I'll do sometimes is just not type anything, and I'll just do the like and maybe go and leave a comment so that we can support one another. Um, on that note, I'm going to say thank y'all for joining me. I hope that I said something that helped somebody, or that you learned something maybe that you didn't know. Um, if you would, please consider the GoFundMe for self-talk. And if you don't do the GoFundMe, if you would hit his cash app, whatever you can do, I'm sure he would greatly appreciate it, with the newborn and his children in school. And now he's without an automobile. So that has to be devastating. And he didn't ask for any of this. I just do what I do because I saw a need. I am just like what they consider to be God. I look beyond people's faults and see their needs. And I know no faults of us. Self-talk, I know he a man, and we all fall short of everyone's expectations, even our own. But he has been nothing but stellar with me. And from the day that I was able to do a community wall, he has never failed. He always shares my information, and for me, that's damn near better than silver and gold. And I said damn near better because we know silver and gold is true money. Whitfield, salute. Glad to see you. I'm just about to get out of here. So if you can catch the playback, please everybody like if you would, share if you like. But if you would like and leave a comment, even if you just put an emoji, anything, those numbers to our videos, what it does is it helps you in the algorithm. Algorithm knows nothing about your name, your first, last, or middle name. They don't give a damn about that. It's numerical. And so when you have numbers, that's what lines up, the numbers. And so even if you don't have the 6 people, but if 6 people all liked and if 6 people made a comment, that's 100, 100, 100. You won. You won. So it doesn't matter about how many the number, because we see these people with all these damn members, but they had the same damn names. They had the same damn names in there. Uh, oh, thank you, my beautiful nephew. They had the same damn names every week, so they ain't got all them damn people. And then I found you have to be careful with these people that you give your renters to and stuff. And then they'll go and make up all of these email addresses. And then they'll be logging into your page under different names. And those people that's logging into your page under different names, when they get mad at you, that's how you lose a lot of the people you lose. They take their people away that they made up, that you're thinking are real people, but they're not real people. They're bullshit people. They're made up ass people. So I would suggest that be very careful who you give your wrenches to. We have some rogue wenches that are being led astray. And especially you new gamers with the small channels, they come as friends. It's called wolves in sheep's clothing. You don't know who they are. I don't either. But I can guarantee you they're there. And they come in peace and love and light. But I guarantee you it's bullshit and darkness. And it could be your downfall. So keep your circle very tight. And don't listen to me. Look at the behavior. Feel the room. Feel the atmosphere when certain people enter the room or while they're in the room, how they react in the room, how they don't react in the room, how they sits back or sits up or sits to the left or sits to the right. Shit, they sitting like the Casper slide. One hop 2 times, one hop 2 times, one hop, backslide, It's all kind of shit going on this internet. But if you stay focused and do what you came to do, it's going to be all right. I promise. We going to go through some shit and it's going to be turbulent. It's just like when you want to go to Vegas and you don't want to drive. You got to get on that plane. And it's just according to how the wind blow, how the flight going to go. Sometimes it ain't nothing but smooth sailing now. Ooh, I love that little old piece Uncle Sugar show. And I love that woman. She's somebody to Kwame. I don't know who she is, but I love her because she's into that shit. And that's the way you supposed to be. Damn, because she big, fat, black, and teeth missing. These people running around here talking about teeth like that's some hell of a shit. They ain't met a nigga living ask them for no motherfucking teeth. But now you do want beautiful teeth because that's normally the attraction is, the physicality. But goddamn, if you look like a booger wolf with some beautiful teeth, you just a goddamn booger wolf with some beautiful teeth. The nigga don't even see your teeth being beautiful because you look like a motherfucking booger wolf. So, I mean, you can't have it all. Some women do, but not most. So you better take my approach. You better just be looking at the most beautiful girl in the world because that's who you say you are. Damn what somebody else say, think, or feel. but they're nothing but smooth sailing, and then sometimes the plane, you damn near think you're going to crash. You have so much turbulence. It's just bouncing, 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 you know. So I just say, enjoy the ride. When it stops being fun to you, do something different. But don't let nobody steal your joy, your idea. We need each other out here. We need it all. We need it all. We need the craziness. You don't necessarily need the scammers, and that's why we're going to help Suge in every way we can if we really, really about the business of uplifting our people. And I know I'm not saying that you're here to save nobody or to teach them what I came to teach them. But anytime you hold somebody accountable, you're teaching them a different way. And that's the truth. So again, thank you all so very much. I'm so grateful to have you as my subscribers. Thank you for being members. I gave away another massage. A Powers, Awesome Powers, used hers. So I have one to give away. If you live in a city, please, members, hear me. If you live in a city and that city has a Massage Envy franchise, please send me an email to let me know that you would like a free massage. And according to the emails that I receive, I'll choose from those people. I've given away 3 so far, and that's $85 worth of massage, because it's $75 an hour, and then I pay the transfer fee. So that's $85. And I plan to give away one a month. Now, because she just recently went, we have to go from month to month. So she went Saturday, which was yesterday. So it has to be next month after the 17th is when you can schedule to go. And I can only give away one a month. So I need you, if you live in a city where they have Massage Envy, and if you're interested in getting a free massage, that's one of the things that I've been able to give away. I don't have, like I said, money. Not right now. It's not coming in. But I do have what I have to give. And there will be others. And then, I have discounts on my merchandise. And I can make you a hoodie if you choose. All of my items are made to order. So, you have to just let me know what you want. And then you would allow at least 3 weeks to receive it. And that's about it. So on that note, I want to say thank you all again. I'm getting ready to leave the Tiger's Den. Have a beautiful, beautiful night. Hope to see you Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. It's going to be 2 dynamic shows you won't want to miss. Thank you, guys. Goodbye.
This video was made for education and entertainment purposes only. There's no malice or ill intent from the content creator. So please like, share, and subscribe, and have a great evening. Good night.